What is up, guys? It's Shmengar, and I have hoaxes and cons today. So I was looking at the new card, Identity Theft, and I'll get into that in a second. But it's a hoaxes and cons card. That's important to my thought process. So I wanted to make a hoaxes and cons deck because I thought, it might be viable. There's a couple buffs, and they got a couple new cards lately, and they already have a couple other good cards like Charles Ponzi and Iron Maiden. So I said, screw it. I started looking around, saw Devil's Footprints. Two or more cards with Devil. Well, the best card with Devil in the name is the Devil. So what I did was made an Overlock deck. Emperor, Babylon, and Devil. And since I am doing Overlock and already have to use an Unruly Ruler, I threw in two more. Charlemagne and Andronikos. The Mechanical Turk. If you have played chess this game, your hoaxes and cons get 22 until played. And that's another reason why I chose to put in Charlemagne and Andronikos, to give a couple more Unruly Rulers to buff my entire deck, but also to buff those Unruly Rulers with chess to activate the Mechanical Turk. This one's a little awkward. Spirit Photography. I need this card. It's useless. But it's basically the same concept as having Sapphire in the Crustaceans deck. So I think it'll be okay. It does give the Hoaxes cards 22 until played, and the Occult card, so it will buff itself. Let's see. We have Lambert Simnel. For every Hoaxes card in your hand, it gains 10 permanently. So it's not too strong starting off, but late game it's going to be pretty good. We only have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 Hoaxes cards in the deck, so there's a pretty good chance that it will gain at least 30 every time. So that's not so bad. 3 for 50, 3 for 80, 3 for 110. I'd be okay with that. Charles Ponzi, everyone knows this card. Your cards in hand gain 50 for the turn. On the draw, but at the start of your turn, they lose 10 until played. So you have to throw it out pretty much immediately so you don't keep eating those 10 until playeds in your hand. So if you throw it out immediately, you still get a profit of 40 per card. Then you have to eat the 2 negative 10s on your other 2 cards that you didn't play, but that's whatever. Cold Reading. If your opponent's deck contains 2 or more arts and culture cards, it gains 20 for the turn, and you also repeat that for space and science. Smell-O-Vision. For every completed round, your opponent loses 5 power per turn permanently. Drop Bear does nothing. It's just one of my favorite Hoaxes cards, so I used it. And this one for its stats. It also buffs Spirit Photography. And here we go, my favorite Hoaxes cards. Identity Theft. For every legendary card your opponent has up to a max of 10, your cards in hand gain 4 until played. That's crazy! 4 until played. Not for the turn. So that can be a max of 200 into your hand until played. And that's just all cards. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be Hoaxes cards or any collection. All of your cards in hand gain that bonus. So it can be a max of 200. That's really it. It busts Spirit Photography. I think I already said that. But that's about it. Iron Maiden. Really, it just, debuffs their card and buffs our card. We really don't need the energy per turn, really. I said it really twice. I hope you all are having a good weekend. I've been having a very, very long weekend. I'm in the process of moving, and a lot of other stuff is going on in the lives of uh, my family and other people around me, and it's just a lot is going on at once, and most of it I just was not expecting. And so it's been pretty crazy, but I'd say it's been a productive weekend. All right, getting into it. I'm gonna throw out identity theft. Very convenient to get the rare type out now because we don't want it in any rounds that matter. Actually, I duped myself. This is an overlock deck, so once we play Emperor, the rare type is just going to be drawn on turn 1 of round 3 anyways. Throwing out cards. Statue espionage birds. It's a pretty decent deck. It's pretty good. That's actually the best timing for Charles Ponzi. It could not have been better than that. Alright. Got the devil, that's pretty convenient too. It's pretty good timing. It's good timing on all of this so far. That's gonna hurt though. Yeah, I'm not expecting to win this round. How's painful. This isn't even an arena bonus. That was the arena bonus. I still won, I'm surprised. I guess maybe they didn't play any. I have a bad habit of not paying enough attention to their cards. Mainly just a number. Yeah, they did play 5 eyes. Alright, get those out of my hand. Go ahead and play Devil's Footprint. That just looks good. The devil, and across, Devil's Footprints. I'm satisfied by the simple things. Go ahead and throw out the Guerrero type, chess, and dang. I'm just gonna throw out Lambert. It's okay. We got Lambert a little late anyway. This is a bot. I recognize Aluminum Kitty. And this is a bot. That's unfortunate. But it's okay. It shows what the deck does at least. Did 9-15 round 1. Let me see. I'm actually going to hold the Guerrero type. No, I'm not. That's just huge. The funny thing about identity theft is you can expect it to be maxed out. Like, if your opponent's deck doesn't max out your identity theft, then I'm just assuming that they're trying to play around identity theft. Because most people have like 12, 13, 14 legendaries in their deck. And I wish I was exaggerating, but I mean, a lot of meta decks are just like that. That's just how they are. They have, for example, Planet X, Supermassive Black Hole, Terminator, HD or Green Witch or Mons, it doesn't matter. So three of those four are legendaries. World Turtle, legendary. Yellow Jacket, legendary. So that's 6 cards, 5 of them are legendary. I can keep going, but those are the first 2 albums I thought of, Space and Life, and I listed 5 out of 6 legendaries in the World Turtle. So it can, you know, Yeti, Striped Skunk. Those are common. Lich. Let's see. Nice. That was close. Art Deco is one of the most commonly used non-legendary cards. For science, there's like Jet Car. So it's like, you can see it's very easy to fill slots with legendary cards because there are so many good standalone legendary cards. And the most common decks right now are like statue decks and I would say Overlock decks maybe, and Death Incarnate. I don't know, I haven't been in Death Incarnate too long. I got back in it recently. I just been messing around with a lot of decks and I fell pretty far down the ladder. Trying to think. I don't know. But there's quite a few legendaries. So you can... that was a long rant, but my point is... you can expect identity theft to be maxed out almost every game. I don't know if that's a problem, but it's an interesting tidbit I noticed. They just played down 3 legendaries. It might not be my next video, but I don't know, it probably will be because I'm intrigued by identity theft right now. So I'm thinking that my next video is going to be scaling or hurting using their legendary cards, essentially. So I'm going to have identity theft to scale off of the number of legendary cards they have, then maybe put in Cyclops to reduce, to debuff their legendary cards, maybe put in Shakespeare First Folio to maybe put in some battle cards to hurt their legendary cards more. I don't know. It sounds kind of spicy. I'm liking the idea. Just wreck their legendary cards and whatnot. Sounds good. Sounds good. Try to intentionally shift the meta into Templar Nazca. pretty fun. I like hoaxes and cons. They're not the best, and I'm hoping one day I can use a hoaxes and cons deck that doesn't require me to use spirit photography and daguerreotype. But I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. 1790 by 1800 damage. That's not that bad. I would say hoaxes and cons, despite it being an overlock deck, is now on par with most other decent collection decks. It can stand up for itself now. It's just not top tier. Like I said, granted, it does use overlock mechanics, but you know, take what we can get. We take what we can get. I hope you all enjoyed and have a good day. Peace.